Are y'all ready?
Yes, we are.
All right, what's up, people? This Opinionated Black Folks, this episode 10. I'm here with 777 on Earth, Lord Fabulous, and our special guest for today's episode, We So Told Me.
God is good.
All the time. All the time.
That's right.
God is good.
So you starting off with God. So, you Muslim. What are you, Marno?
I'm Liberian.
No, I said religion.
Librarian or
She's
librarian?
Muslim.
She said she's a librarian?
That's right. You better be proud where you from. Your bloodline.
I'm talking about religion, but that's what's up.
Religion. I'm definitely very spiritual.
Okay.
I'm very spiritual.
That's the water sign in her, guys.
Oh,
no, I'm an air sign.
But she's a water bearer.
I do have
You're
a
water
bearer.
bearer.
Aquarius is an air sign. A bucket of water is air.
The
Bucket
water
of water.
barrier.
Like an airbender.
We carry the knowledge of water.
Like a waterbender. Like they use your air to like bend
I'm like
the
a
water.
fucking Avatar.
Okay.
That's what I am. Is Avatar a waterbender?
So that's your
Avatar was
religion?
everything.
He is, right?
He's the Avatar.
Right? Okay.
He's the Avatar. He's everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're
That's
like
my
a
experience.
Pokemon
So we got-
collection
In
right
my book.
I'm not any. I'm right there. I'm spiritual, Muslim, spiritual.
Spiritual.
What are you?
Wait, but I don't want to be spiritual like y'all. I'm like
Spiritual sounds so basic.
I
man.
know. I
No,
don't be
You
basic.
got the
No,
prayer rug
that's
right there.
You
I'm
said
of this
it.
world, right? I have religion. I'm every religion. Like if it's a body, you get what I'm saying? The religions are a body. You know what I'm saying? You got certain religion at the head, the arm,
I know that's
and
right.
eye. Like that's my religion.
There you go.
Stay woke.
All right. So since you are special guest, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, my name is Wiso. I create. I'm a digital media producer for Radio 1, Boom 1039, 100.3 WRB. I got my own platform that I do, Wiso's World. I do podcasts with my dog, As A One, Mr. As A One, on As A Will podcast. I do interviews. I do anything like in front of the camera, behind the camera. I just love creating, man.
Your Saweetie interview, my favorite one.
For real?
That's my
And
favorite one.
I missed that
That's my
golden
favorite
opportunity. Quavo,
She was
I'm
right
sorry,
at you,
but
bro.
she was right at me.
She
She
was.
asked me out
She
on a
was.
date, and I fumbled it. And it's not that I fumbled
Yo.
it. I heard through the grapevine that they were starting to get serious. I didn't want to step on my guy's head, on his
You
toes.
thoughtful.
I was real thoughtful.
What happened? Because I don't.
Yo, he was right.
I
She
mean,
was right.
listen.
Andy.
Right.
Like y'all
Right.
mad?
Yeah.
for real?
Yes. Come on now. So I was at
You
Meeting
say
America.
yes. Come on now. That energy was not there 5 minutes ago. Look, okay, go ahead. Yes, keep it.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
okay.
I was at Meeting
Switch y'all
America.
back.
I was at Made in America. I interviewed Sweetie. We're
Right.
having a conversation, and I'm like, "So what do you like doing whenever you go to different cities?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite food?" And she's like, "Yo, like I always eat sushi." And no, she was like, "I like seafood." So I was like, "You like sushi?" She's like, "I love sushi." I'm like, "We're right up the street from Chinatown in Philly." She's like, "What's up then?"
Nice.
I said, "You tell me." She's like, "All right, bet."
Right, Eddie.
I could have, if I was a scumbag, Quavo, I could have, after off camera, off set, I could have been like, "Yo, what's your number?"
Off camera,
What time?
off set. Y'all,
Because she got-
y'all hear them
Yeah.
bars? You
I was
peep.
gonna say that. I'm like, I'm gonna
Oh,
ride.
But she was dope. She's dope. She's a star. This is,
She can't say that.
this is before my type or any of that came out. She only
It
had
was,
ice.
yeah.
So she would,
Before it's
could
time.
have did that.
Before it's
Yo, she
time.
probably still
That is
remember you
amazing.
too.
She
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
do.
Yeah, 100%.
I see her.
Probably wasn't a minute though. She got her boo. She booed down now. She
It's
probably
all
like,
good.
I don't remember that interview.
She
That's
can't
crazy,
get
though.
it. She gonna forget.
We know-
She
we know-
can't say it. She gonna be like, what?
We know how to maneuver in those type situations.
I know.
Yeah,
So-
that's dope.
No, that was a dope one. That definitely was a
That's
dope one.
what's up,
So
though.
beside all that, what was your favorite interview with a celebrity?
Rob Banks. 100%.
You know
Rob
what's
Banks.
crazy?
I love Rob Banks.
That's
First and
crazy.
foremost,
Classic.
R.I.P. to the legend XXX
R.I.P.
Tentacion. Since we're talking about Rob Banks, 'cause
Mhm.
that was his boy.
That was his
For
man.
But yeah,
bro.
they're all part of the same group.
I
Yeah.
only believe it because they was all from Florida, and
Yeah.
like I remember being in Florida and being hip to like all of them.
Yeah.
'Cause
I was always hip to Rob Banks.
But I didn't make the connection because I know Kodak. Like I know all my like Florida like faves, but I didn't make the connection at all. Wow.
Yeah, Rob Banks
Wow.
was so dope because I was the first interview that he actually opened up and spoke about his dad openly for the first time.
Oh,
For those who
yeah. 'Cause
don't
his
know,
is
his dad-
freaking,
Shaggy.
His
Shaggy,
dad,
there you go.
Shaggy,
He doesn't talk about
he doesn't talk
Doesn't.
about Shaggy
His
at
dad
all.
is
He was
his dad
the
is Shaggy.
first.
Yeah.
Like, was it me?
Wasn't
Yeah,
me?
he does not talk about it.
Oh shit.
Was it?
His dad is
Yes.
Shaggy.
And it's crazy because I knew that from 2000 and
Me
like
too.
14 and everything. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying that he wouldn't talk about it because
He
he
wouldn't
wouldn't talk
talk about
about
it.
how he wouldn't talk about it. Like
And
he
it's
almost
crazy.
denied in the
He
beginning.
was in Philly for like a day and a half. did an interview before me and shut down any type of Shaggy questions. But when he came to me, he saw that how much I cared about his art and I respected it. That he was open enough to speak to me about Shaggy. And this is, mind you, he's been in the game for a long time.
He
doesn't talk about his dad.
He got like 10 years on him.
10th to 11th grade.
He got 10 years on him. He got calm 10 years on him.
Yeah, he definitely does.
That's my guy, man. Real good dude.
Because he came out around the same time period as, well, he was already out, but when Denzel, if you look at Denzel Curry, just to compare how far Denzel Curry's career, because he's also in Florida. Denzel, it was Young Simi too. It was like all of them. All
they
like,
all were in
they
like
all
this
was very
like
Florida.
phase.
Yeah, but Rob Banks in particular was that song where all three of them were on it. It was like Denzel Curry, Rob Banks, and Simi, and they were all on this one song, and you could see the difference in all three of their careers from that time. So,
all dope artists.
Yeah, that was a hidden gem. Rob Banks classic.
And that's like one of my favorite artists. So when I got the chance to interview him, that was one of like my top of the year 2019 New Year's resolution. I'm like, yo, I need to get Rob Banks. I need to get T-Pain. I didn't get T-Pain. I almost got T-Pain.
Really? Okay,
and then I don't remember what the third one was. The thing is like, I always say in the back of my mind, I want to interview Tory Lanez. That's my favorite artist. But I will never top that interview. I can't do that yet.
Really?
Not yet. I gotta wait.
You probably manifested.
Because I've been
really well.
I mean, I can. I mean, like his. Not a lot of people know, but like his dad's like a mentor of mine. I don't tell people.
Hold up,
that.
didn't you interview his pop?
Yeah, and me and him have kept in contact for years.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to him right before the album dropped.
Right.
And no, he's a good dude. I don't ever try to like be like, your son's my favorite artist. Can you connect me?
Like
no, because I already know like
that's some whole nigga shit.
Because I'm not talking to him because that's his son. I'm talking to him because he's like,
and that's good. You building them connections, like you bro. I be peeping,
and
bro.
And then they feel it. You feel it. You feel the genuine energy of it. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you.
So how you like it over at Boom?
No, it's dope, man. It like. I get to create in front of the camera, behind the camera, so it's just a good space right now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take advantage of the platform that I'm on right now, trying to get my foot in. Team's crazy. Shout out to Caesar, Paris, Dion, somebody we went to school with. It's like we went to college together and both got drafted into the league.
I saw y'all. I was like, yo, that's a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Y'all
so
nice.
And he got his own digital show on Boom. He does Word on the Street.
That shit is hilarious.
Yeah, you know me, bro. I'm all over the place. One second I'm gonna be in front, I'm gonna be behind the camera in front, whatever.
You gotta know how to do everything this day and age. You can't just specialize in one thing.
Yeah, no, I just love creating.
Wow, because I remember the time period where not only people like us were looked at as like, how can you do more than one thing? It was only seen as you could only do one thing. You can only be a singer. You can only be an actor. And it's crazy that like nowadays, because of social media and just not even just social media, just people being more comfortable to not be one thing, that is being like exercised like that. Because I'm telling you, it was not normal to be more than one thing. And you can see it in our parents' generation, and like even not even just our parents, like a lot of people that are like 5 years, I'll give it like that little time period between like our parents and like us. You see, like you definitely see that because they're just now, they're so scared. They're so scared to not be a nurse or to not be a teacher, to not be a rapper or whatever.
I agree. That's why like I appreciate all y'all right here because we all see what we are and what we do, and we all invested in ourselves. Like that's the big thing. Like I noticed with millennials, like we'll work that 9 to 5, cool, but as long as you're investing in yourself and you're not settling for just a 9 to 5 and making money just to make ends meet, you a young creator, and that's why like all y'all inspire me in some type of way, shape, or form. Like that shit dope.
This has been my dog since rainy days.
Damn,
Come on, man.
Cheating on them fucking Hootsuite.
We can talk about it now. I wouldn't be a Cabrini College graduate if it wasn't for me. I'm not.
Listen, I cheated and I had to cheat
Listen,
too.
man, you have to cheat your way through life sometimes.
Is it really cheating? Because I mean, you don't really see a lot of the great, like a lot of people that you see. They don't usually tell their struggle story. They only tell like, I went to college and I graduated. Like they're not telling, how they wrote the answers on their arm and then watched their arm.
College is tough. You have a hella breakdowns. Well, I done cried so many times in my bed, man.
I just finessed. You said bed. Were you in?
I was on campus, bro. I stayed in my dorm.
Man, it sounded like he got locked up.
Like, I was.
Like,
I finessed the mess out of college.
Really?
You know this. Absolutely. I didn't do nothing. I did not do anything. I got my diploma.
This is crazy because I literally just spent my whole day today. That's why I was overwhelmed. I just did like 3 pages. I had to go to freaking financial aid, hit a stupid drug test today. I literally had to do so much today, and like, I'm trying to find a freaking cheat code so I can fucking get over this.
Telling you don't gotta do the cheat codes. Just finesse. Like
it's all about
finesse.
Today, professor did
when
look
I
out.
Overwhelmed, today. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about it because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We're together getting the money.
Amen.
Talking about money.
I'm thinking you about to talk. All right, so I know you. All right, so we're going. What's next? What's next on the list?
I was about to say that, but I can't see. That's why.
Nah, you straight. We're gonna talk about you. So a little bit more about you. What, like, your ethnicity, background, where you from, all that.
Yeah. So I'm Egyptian. For those who do not know that, I'm Egyptian. My family's from Egypt, Cairo to be specific. Woo-woo.
My favorite city in Egypt.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like Egypt should be mandatory for every single person that lives on planet Earth. Even the aliens come through.
They built the pyramids, so yeah.
No, they didn't. Don't do that.
Who built the pyramids then?
I don't know, but it wasn't the.
It was the aliens.
We don't know that. We don't. You even got your cameraman.
Listen, it's crazy. It's crazy seeing your initial reaction off of that because you're actually Egyptian, whereas like. We normally, obviously we're black, and so when people make like certain black jokes, that makes it worse that you're. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying people make certain black jokes.
Yeah.
No one gets it except for us because we're actually black. Because you're Egyptian.
Where was the black joke? What are you talking about?
I'm saying any black joke people make. It'll hit us a little bit harder because we're actually black. He's actually Egyptian, so you say that line, you probably can't say anyone else. And look, his first reaction, you didn't see it because you're in it. What? But his first reaction was like, "What?" Like, you get what I'm saying?
So who built the pyramids?
But his culture.
He said he don't know.
But yeah, but I'm saying.
I was talking to an Egyptian lady.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but because it's his bloodline, he's probably been hearing stories about the pyramids since he was yay high. So hearing you say the aliens, he gonna be like, "Well, my grandma and my great great uncle really said." You know what I mean? Like
my great great grandfather
was a part of it.
So who your parents think built the pyramids?
Yeah, like if anything, like who?
Oh, yeah.
I don't ever have that conversation. Look, this is what you gotta know. No, listen. This is what you gotta know about my parents, right? All right.
Okay.
We're not talking about generic Egyptian things. Mm-hmm. They're telling me in-depth stuff about like the past presidents and how they lived to see the last king. There was literally a king in office when my parents were alive. Mm-hmm. Wow. When my grandpa got to see the last king before they started having presidents. Yeah, that's the type of history that
that's not even that long ago.
Ancient Egyptians. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like too long ago, but like ancient Egyptians. Why are we even talking about this?
Nobody's
like practice. Like
okay, so I had my friend.
I feel like that's an American thing, though. I feel like America is fascinated with ancient Egyptian.
Egypt.
Yeah,
and they always want to bash modern Egypt and make it seem like it's dangerous.
And it's like a whole different type of lifestyle. Because even in Egypt and like Saudi Arabia and countries like that, a lot of Middle Eastern countries right now are freaking so advanced in technology. It's the craziest thing ever, and we're like sleeping on that because we like cover it with like pyramids all the time and like fucking mummies and shit. And King Tut has been dead for fucking thousands of years. Like King Tut is not about to be alive and let us know what the fuck and who the fuck built the pyramids. Now we think that aliens kind of freaking built it, which I believe. I feel like aliens came down, shimmy their asses down, and that's the thing. I feel like they shimmy their asses down like this. I was like, let's build some pyramids and that's the thing. They push that in our faces of Egypt, but they don't tell us like the metaphysics of pyramids, period. And then on top of that, they don't tell us how many other countries actually have pyramids. Like Mexico got pyramids. Yep. Fucking we got a pyramid. It's like speculated that the fucking Philadelphia Art Museum is a fucking pyramid. So it's like we don't know how many pyramids is in this fucking world.
Who cares about the other pyramids? We want to know.
We only want to know about the.
We don't care about the Maya. Listen,
Maya.
No, hold on.
Listen, go talk your shit, bro.
Mayans, right? Mayans,
the
Aztecs. You're all dicky. You're all dicky. You know who did it first.
Go ahead.
You guys know who did it first. The Egyptians did it.
We know who did it first.
100%.
Yo, just know ancient Egyptians is not how modern day Egyptians are. Like that's like I speak to there's a lot of Americans that I speak to. You know what type of Americans I'm talking about. There's some Americans that I speak to, and white people. White people.
I was lost, so she was lost too. So
No, it wasn't. No.
It was just me.
Americans. Look,
It was just me.
Defend the country.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm black and American. Ain't no
What are you
nationalism
talking
over
about?
here. So
You're with me.
He said, what kind of Americans?
Wakanda.
The world
Yes.
is ours.
So
Yes.
like I was saying, they think that Egypt is just full of sand. It's just the Sahara Desert.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know it's like
Bro.
it's not like that at all. It's civilized. There's buildings. It's everything that it's like here, but it's over
That's
there.
Africa as a whole.
No,
And
but
then we got the
no,
desert.
that's not Africa as a whole, bro. I'm about to stop that right there.
Hold on.
No,
Ain't
listen,
you from
listen.
Liberia?
Bro, I'm from Liberia, West Africa, right?
Do they got a pyramid too?
Bro, I don't even fucking know.
Are y'all in
But
huts?
either or,
Are y'all in huts?
No, listen,
Exactly.
listen. It's different. First of all, you can find huts anywhere in the fucking country. It's
That's
this.
my point.
Listen,
Yeah,
it's
even
this,
Egypt.
Listen, it's the simple fact that
Yeah.
Egypt is
Not
in
huts.
Africa,
So we be down
right?
in like the nitty
Right?
gritty Egypt.
And
like,
motherfuckers would think Egypt, pyramids, and think West Africa, oh, you guys live in trees and huts. And it's just crazy to me because it's Africa. You feel me? And it's like, just like what you said, like people just think it's fucking just sand and deserts. Like, so how do you think these motherfuckers is living? Like, you think these niggas
That's
is
just
like,
America media. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's
the
just like
propaganda.
the most
yeah.
craziest
It's
thing
ignorance.
to me. It's
Yup.
very much ignorant because it's like, oh shit.
Damn.
I didn't spill it. Is this?
Nah, you did. It's cool.
It's
a little
sprinkled
bit.
a little bit. I still have a little bit.
Bro, you know I'm gonna clean this
But
shit.
either or, is this American? Just like what you said, American media kind of like puts out
Paint
like
this
little
picture.
things.
Like
oh,
everybody is prehistoric and
right,
dumb as shit.
prehistoric.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers then ask me like, oh, is there monkeys walking around? And it's like you do the history of monkeys from West Africa, especially specifically Liberia to America. America used to use a lot of monkeys from Liberia specifically for like test dummies and stuff like that. But the country of Liberia stopped that. You feel me? They put some laws out and it was like, stop taking our fucking monkeys. So now America has put literally.
I'm not gonna
I'm not about to skip that.
Stop
Like,
taking our
That's
monkeys,
funny
bro.
that you gotta pass a law.
Right, you gotta pass a law.
Stop touching
Stop
on
touching our
monkeys.
monkeys. Because, but you also have to know that America is
Yo,
the
y'all
country
are
who like
hilarious.
colonized Liberia and like one of the
Yeah.
like, you know, the countries, you know, to colonize
like Puerto
Liberia.
Rico, basically.
Exactly. So when it came to that, the country had to like fight against the colonizers, basically. So now America had to like put them on an island. They have monkeys on the island. It's called Monkey Island. It's crazy
the
because
monkeys on the island.
it's not that
Monkeys
serious.
on the island.
Literally,
Literally,
it's called.
facts.
It's dead facts.
Yeah.
It's
It's
called
Monkey
Monkey's
Island.
Island. And it's crazy because my mom and dad are building a house in Liberia as we speak, and it's 5 minutes away from the house. So
From
I'm like,
Monkey Island.
I can't wait to go back. Yeah, and you can feed the monkeys. You as law, like it's in the law. You have to feed these motherfuckers. And
Oh shit.
that's the thing.
Are they
Listen,
putting money down on
but-
groceries?
yeah, but no, listen,
Yo.
because listen,
Yo.
in the country it's
Yo.
grown naturally. So of course, like they're like paying the workers to kind of like do so, whatever. It's
Yeah.
not nothing to build a banana tree here and there, whatever the case may be. But it's the simple fact that like these monkeys are so advanced to the point that they know human contact and they know human beings. So they
Yeah.
were like,
I heard.
in
I
a
read.
rat-
I read an article. Monkeys
Yeah.
are in the Stone Age right now.
exactly, they are in the Stone
Monkeys
Age
are in the
right
Stone
now.
Age,
It's
yeah.
crazy. It's crazy, but it's a whole like twisted, crazy thing. But the thing is that it's like these niggas is on their own island in like designated areas. It's like you don't see a monkey walking around in Africa. Like you would see a stray dog or a cat, just like America. It's crazy because we have squirrels up here. They have like little lizards, so that's the difference. You would definitely see a
Squirrels and
lizard,
lizards.
yeah, but you ain't gonna see no elephant like walking around unless you're in a like safari somewhere, and it, like you don't see human beings living up there. But it's just crazy that you said that like about deserts and are you living in a fucking pyramid because you're from Egypt, and it's like so.
So you
That
speak
was bullshit.
Egyptian?
I think
Speak Arabic. Sorry,
Yeah,
that was
yeah. That was
fluently.
That was an American moment.
It was.
We're
It
not
was
educated enough
ignorance.
up here, so do not feel embarrassed
Why
for
you
what we
got-
don't know.
we're definitely not.
What we don't know. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you guys are upper echelon
Yeah.
over here.
So
My man stopped the whole podcast looking at share. Oh, yo.
Battle
This
of the
is
genitals.
upper echelon right here. I like this.
I was just letting you know.
like
I was saying that not to be embarrassed because we're not educated enough. That's all. If you say some
So
dumb
you
shit,
grew up in a
I don't know.
household
There's a lot of
speaking
stuff I don't
Egyptian,
know.
speaking Arabic and English.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which language did you learn first?
English, of course.
English.
Yeah, like if you talk to anyone that speaks Arabic, they're like, "Oh, his Arabic is trash." Like,
So that's what they say to you?
yeah, but I could speak
Egypt?
it very well. I can 100% understand anyone that speaks the Egyptian dialect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's-
Did your parents like not? I don't want to say force, But did your parents definitely install like just the Arabic language in you growing up here?
It was I grew up in a
Or did
very
you, like,
open-minded
catch on to
household.
it? Really?
Super
I grew up in-
open-minded, because like
Nice.
Arabs are like very old-fashioned, like it's very strict and
Yeah.
like by the book. But my parents are not like that at all. Like my
That's
mom
good.
doesn't wear the hijab. Like my aunt doesn't wear, like a lot of females in my family don't wear the hijab, and like they're not by the book. I mean,
Yeah.
of course, there's
Some
morals and
similarities,
yeah.
The
But
more
it's not
modern.
extra. You can't do anything over.
Yeah.
Anything too much is not it's not
Yeah.
good. You gotta have everything like my
Yeah.
uncle would say, everything in moderation.
That's
everything
that's good wisdom though.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's
real.
definitely
Smart.
good.
But the country wasn't always like that though, because Islam wasn't always the major religion. It went from like Christianity.
Right.
There was a lot of
It was for
religions.
so many
There was a lot of
levels,
Egypt has gone through a lot. Like,
See,
if
now
you
I'm
look
learning
at,
stuff.
because for example, like I know the biggest thing. Well, real quick, not to go too far from it, but how do you feel about the fact that you're not seen as an African, like you're not seen as African compared to like
Who told you that?
someone? No, the government. Because if you two
American
apply.
government?
If you two
No, that's-
applied for a scholarship right now,
Yeah.
even though her family is from Liberia, that's close as not close, but in the same country, same continent as you, being Egyptian, you and her, she'll be seen as African, and you'll be seen as Caucasian, as white, as European.
I wish.
No,
I'm not
no,
gonna.
no,
No, hold on, wait.
No.
I wouldn't say
No,
I
that.
wouldn't be here right now.
No. Wait, stop. I'm saying fact. I'm not saying culturally. I'm saying on a piece of paper. Like I'm saying, like the race of Egyptians is not black. It's not like African. It's literally European. It's of Europe.
No, I wouldn't say that because I read an article.
So
No. It was
I'm
saying how like
listening.
people from Egypt. It was even an example. Some tour guide, he was Egyptian. He was like, "I'm not African. I'm an Egyptian."
That's an
And
old
they were-
generation.
that's the
mindset.
old gen. Yeah,
That's
what
so
they
yeah, I
want
get
you
what
to
you're
think.
saying.
That's
A
what
lot
you're
of
saying.
people.
I'm saying facts.
No,
I'm not
no.
saying
In
the
American
mindset.
But
I get you. A
That's
lot
what
of people don't know Egypt is in Africa.
Yeah.
That's what they fail to realize.
No.
But I feel like some people will not acknowledge that Egypt is in Africa, and they won't acknowledge themselves as being African.
Yeah.
I'm a proud black woman, and I love Africa. I'm telling
Yeah.
you right now, the government does not see you.
But does the government?
No.
And that's not true,
No.
but-
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, literally, if you, whatever you apply for right now, and they ask you your race, you cannot put African. You cannot.
So what do I put?
You put European because
I
of
put European.
yes, because
In Egypt,
yes, because the Europeans took over. No, guys, I'm not asking y'all a question. I'm telling you what
I
I'm
know.
telling y'all what's happening
you.
right now.
I don't think that's
They've been fighting.
right.
Go ahead. They've been fighting this for years. Like Egyptian people have been fighting this for years because it's what they did when they. Okay, all right, hold on, because we're on. I'm gonna give you guys a.
So you telling? Hold on, wait.
No. Hold on.
I'm
I
asking
got
a question.
You. Go ahead.
So you telling me that Egyptians classify as European?
Yo, I told
That's
you this last time.
European.
That means you definitely didn't understand what I was saying. So no.
And no disrespect, but
They
I
like
disagree.
he doesn't. I'm saying the government writes it down on a piece of paper. So that means that's why I said that's why I used it.
So why?
No, hold on. That's why I used the example. If he applies for a scholarship and she applies for a scholarship, they will, even though they're both from the continent of Africa, they literally government, forget opinion and all that. The government will not see them as both African. They see him as European, and they see her as African. Why?
You gotta show me the Carfax.
Wait,
No,
so-
I'm gonna show you the Carfax, but I'm
Yeah.
telling you, like my other Egyptian friends, like one of them,
Alright, so
one of
you
my
know what? This is what she's basically
my other Egyptian friends literally used
I know what
to
she's saying.
fight about like
No, this is what she's saying,
wait,
right?
hold on, before
Hold
you
on, hold on. Let me
Wait, wait,
chime
go
in
ahead,
on this.
go ahead,
Let me
wait.
chime in on this because I'll let you speak.
Let him say, yeah, go ahead.
So I got two questions.
Yeah.
First
You
question.
should,
I got
Give
first
it to me,
question.
go ahead. Look.
First question. Do you have anyone in your family that works in the government, or do you know anyone that works in
yeah,
the government?
yeah.
They told you this information.
No, okay. So the people who told
Where
me
did
this
you get
were
this information?
Egyptians.
Egyptians told you.
They told me this. They educated me on this. I signed like a petition, all
Yeah.
that. Like I signed. I was all out there. Like
Okay, so let me elaborate on
This
that,
is
right?
Uh-huh.
For the Egyptians that did say that, no disrespect, but those are from the old-fashioned generation that I've been telling you that don't want to classify themselves as African American or Black. They want to be classified as white. It's 1,000% incorrect because when I apply for a job, I can't put Caucasian or European or none of that. I get to the interview, they know for a fact that I'm not Caucasian or European or none of that.
Right.
I can't even put other. I can't. I'm Northeast African.
Right, but I'm not talking about like I'm saying
like the same
saying the
BS that you
government,
gotta go through
I'm
is the
saying,
same
like,
BS I go through.
No, I'm not saying.
You
I'm
know,
saying because you're making the choice.
But hold on, let me
like,
finish this last part. Luxor. Are you guys familiar with Luxor?
No,
that's like north of Egypt. They're darker than you.
Mm-hmm.
They're darker than you. They're darker than you. They're darker than you.
Yeah.
Where do you think the original black people came from?
Oh, you don't gotta educate me on that kind of stuff. Listen,
I'm not saying that you don't know.
I'm very hip. I'm saying,
but
like,
where?
Africa.
Where in Africa?
I'm saying.
I'm not sure.
Why did Moses go through the Red Sea?
Trust me, that's what I'm saying. Right now, everything you're saying, you're not saying, like, I'm with all of that. I'm saying right now, if a government, like, right now, if you're applying for, like, financial aid, I'm not saying, like, when the person, like, write information down, they will not put, if they find out you're from Egypt, they're not going to put African American. They are going to put European. If I'm proud of you for making that choice, and the other Egyptian I talked about, she would put all the time, no, I'm putting black. But I'm saying, like, from that perspective,
they do it.
Trust me, everything comes from
bloodline. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but that's what I was saying.
Go ahead.
What she means is that just like how when you apply for like things or whatever the case may be, and they like give you options for like races and this and that and the third. So when it comes to like, oh, if you're Spanish, if you're like Middle Eastern and stuff like that, majority of Egyptians probably will like click Middle Eastern or whatever the case
which is
may
incorrect
be.
as well.
Which is definitely incorrect. You feel me? But they're getting so hip now that they're breaking it down to individual things now.
But they've never put Arab under that BS.
Yeah, that's not even an option.
That's definitely not even an option.
But you know what they can put, right?
African, definitely African.
So the friends that you have that don't claim that they're African at all.
No, they're not. No, I don't think you understand. They claim to be African as hell.
But they say that the government.
That's what I'm saying. They're saying that they got turned down. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this is a fight that they've been fighting for.
It's not even only the government. It just shows you the ties of the countries. You feel me? Of what they have.
because I'm Jamaican and I don't like when I was younger I used to put other and I used to put like now they get suspicious. They put like island. So I'll put island there. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's not like. When it gets specific, it's no specific for y'all.
But even if they find out that your mom is from the UK, they will establish you as like you're still black, but you're like from the UK. It's like although that we like put on these things that were like from these specific areas, they will search where your parents are from specifically.
Man,
they go by pigment. They go by pigment, but they go by like
background and religion. That's what it comes down to.
No, listen,
my mom is British, bro. I'm still seen as African. I'm still seen as African. What I'm saying, I'm gonna look it up because I know we're talking. I don't want to go on a rant. I'm gonna look it up to give you all the facts. But what I'm talking about is unique to Egypt. That's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is this is not happening in Liberia. It's not happening in Nigeria. It's not happening in China.
With all due respect,
this is unique
to
Egypt.
the friends you have that believe that. It's not unique to the whole.
I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard of Egyptians classifying as European.
Yeah, not at all. But that goes back to what we were saying.
The government classifying
the whole.
If anything, it was Egypt classifying as like Middle Eastern. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Because trust me, all the BS of jobs turning us down and turning you down, we go.
Yeah, because just from like if somebody was to read your name on paper, they would think you're from the Middle East or some shit. Just like when I first went to college, my roommate, some white boy, he was a swimmer. He was like, "Yo, I thought you were like a Muslim terrorist." Da, 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 da.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
he looked at me. I'm a nigga with tattoos walking in the room.
Okay, so imagine being
like,
Muslim.
wow,
Imagine being Muslim and 9/11 happened and going to school.
Yeah, that shit sucks. Yeah,
you think I was getting treated like a European?
I listen to Hassan Minaj daily, so I know.
You think I was getting treated like a European and a white person during that time?
Ain't no,
even teachers were saying smart remarks.
Yeah.
She's so mean.
They're not about to label you as European.
That's why. Yeah.
But that's why we're trying to recruit AB, man.
Exactly. So now, all right, we're on the Eagles now. So,
Eagles.
Give us a little insight on your AB rollout. How you came in contact with AB. What's next for the Eagles and AB?
All right. So first and foremost, the Eagles receivers, the wide receivers, people that catch the ball, suck. The time was trash. So bad. And I got fed up with it. I'm like, yo, we need to do something about this. This is the worst team that's on the playoff run of potentially being Super Bowl contenders, and you guys suck because you're receivers.
Y'all division.
You know what I mean? We're not even gonna get it.
Y'all division.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, you guys need to sign AB. No one says anything, right? Not even AB says anything. We played the Patriots, right? We lose by literally last second. This Nelson Aguilar bum behind didn't catch the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't catch the ball, right? So I'm like, all right, next morning, I post a picture of AB Photoshop on an Eagles jersey. And I tag him. I said, "Help us. We need you." He's seen it, reposted it. It went crazy because then that was the first time he's ever expressed interest in coming to the Eagles.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the best receivers in the league right now, if not the best. So when he did that, he reposted it. NFL Network saw it, put my Instagram on TV, said, and had a whole talk break about my post.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report posted me on their Instagram. I remember when I used to apply to Bleacher Report because I wanted to be a writer. Now I'm giving you guys content to write about.
Right, exactly. Shout out to that flex.
God is good.
You better flex,
know, bro.
boy. You better do that.
So that's where we're at with it. I made this song because I was like, how do I continue this? Because AB posted me. And thousands of people went on my page.
Yeah.
Thousands. I liked thousands.
Saw, bro.
A whole bunch of followers.
They on a hit, too.
All that.
They on a hit.
And that's before the song. That's when he reposted the picture.
Yeah. Right,
So then I do I do a song. I do a funny Antonio Brown to the Eagles song. Right. He sees it because now I'm in it. You know how like there's DMs and then there's request DMs. And, like, celebrities, they don't check their request DMs. Yeah. But if it's in the regular, that means that's, like, one of their celebrity friends. Yeah. I'm in his regular DMs. I literally can send him a video right now, like, yo, we're talking about you, bro. Within less than a minute, he'll look at it. So, I did this song, and it went crazy. It's getting crazy amount of views. He reposted it again.
That's manifestation, yo.
So in that song,
I'm trying to get him. We need him.
In that song, you mentioned Mac Hollins, so tell us a little bit about him.
Oh, that's where you want to start off?
Yeah,
Mac Hollins?
Right to it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's one of the former bum receivers that we have.
They let that go.
We just released him like 2 days ago, a day after I put the song out, and I mentioned him.
Do you think I'm an influence? Do you think you were like an influence, or do you think it's just like life?
Nah, that game was an influence.
I mean, I think just like
that game was horrible.
Just like my man, shout out to Hakeem, the one that did the Unlike Aguilar thing on TV when he was like, unlike Aguilar, he was catching babies out there. Yeah. And Aguilar from there got a lot of backlash. He was playing bad.
But he took it to the chin though. He took it like a champ.
He started playing even worse after that because there was pressure on him. So then, when I said this stuff about Mac Hollins, it was the same shock effect. He started playing even worse than he already was.
So you just Eagles bad luck. That's what.
No. I'm getting rid of the bad ones. So, but this is the most important part. I need you guys to listen on this part, right? There's a reason why I mentioned Mac Hollins. I could have said there was like 4 other people I could have mentioned. But I got a story. I actually bumped into Mac Hollins once. It was right when the Eagles won a Super Bowl. I never ever bump into my favorite Eagles players. I never do. So ironically, I'm at Lucky Strike in Philly. Shout out to Lucky Strike, and I'm bowling, right?
Right.
Not doing good at all.
Shout out to Lucky
Strike. And somebody comes over to me. Janelle comes up to me. Shout out to Janelle.
Janelle was in Philly at the time.
This was Cabrini senior night. It was like one of the last events that we were having. You know, they were doing the boats and all that. She said, "Yo, I think there's an Eagles player.
She talks like this. She talked like the lady from Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And she's getting mad close. Like, hey, I think. So I'm like, who is it? She's like, I'm hearing it's Alshon something. I'm like, Alshon Jeffrey. Wait, hold on. That's my favorite receiver. I like Alshon Jeffrey even when he played for the Chicago Bears, like before the Eagles. So I'm like, I'm not that type of person that if we didn't create content together, I'm not gonna take a picture with you.
Yeah.
But this is an exception. I never run into my favorite players. Right. I go up to him. I say, yo, thank you for that Super Bowl ring. I'm waiting my whole life. You did it for Philly. He's laughing. He's like, no problem, man. No problem, yada, yada. So then I'm like, yo, I don't even want to blow your spot up because I know you're low-key right now, but you mind if we take a picture? Before I even finish my sentence, here comes Mac Hollins, his bum behind. Swoop! Comes in, he's like, oh, no, we're good off that right now. We're not trying to take pictures. I'm like, I wasn't even asking you. Like, that's exactly how I looked at him. Like, damn. I'm like, yo, I'll never let that go. You can't be a bum and act like that. I'll never, yo. You can't suck and act like that. If he was nice, I would have took it to the chin. But you can't suck and act like that.
He corny and bougie, bro.
He was corny and bougie. That's a hit song right there. And watch, now he's at home watching this because you didn't listen. You should have minded your business.
That's the Aries.
That's a fire and desire.
The fire and desire.
We gotta find out his sign.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode. Fire and desire.
Fire and desire.
Wait.
So Mac Hollins is at home right now, counting napkins at Walmart because he didn't want to buy in his business. That's
Fire and desire.
It's his karma. That was his karma, though.
That was karma.
That's funny.
And that's just Mac. We got other stories. I mentioned a few other people.
Who else you mentioned on your song? Timmy Jernigan.
My guy, Timmy. My boy, Timmy Jernigan, right? Timmy Jernigan. Boys down south from Florida, straight out of Florida. Gold teeth, everything, right?
He's the dirty south.
Dirty south, big boy. So then he's trying to rap, too, on top of his football career.
Oh, my God.
Me.
Not everybody Damian.
That's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So on top of him being a football player, he was trying to rap, and he puts out a song. Me as a media personality, as a digital content creator, I did a review of the song. I said it was timeless trash. I said it was bad. I said on the field, you're my dog. But that song was terrible. Don't do that again.
At least you give kudos to on the field.
Yeah.
That's a slap in the face, but a compliment.
You gotta be
Tell the truth. You think I'm just gonna be like, yeah, it was good because you played for the Eagles? No. It was bad. I said it. He's seen it. Blocked me.
He blocked
my two little cousins.
My
two little cousins for no reason.
Damn.
No, because
he blocked the family members too.
He had blocked my brother. I don't know why.
He was really that mad. He was really mad.
Yo, you really hurt him.
Hear me out though, Mir.
Little cousins.
Because I posted that he blocked me. I posted the screenshot because when somebody first blocks you, you ever gotten blocked?
No.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I did.
I know what it got blocked.
No,
that should say user not found.
No, but before you click refresh, it'll show the name and the picture. User not found. When you click refresh, nothing pops up. It just says user not found. Nothing there, right?
Mad.
So I screenshot it. Yeah.
Yes,
I ain't get blocked in a minute, bro.
Like if I go on his page right now, it's gonna say user not found. Okay. So I screenshot it. I posted up on my Instagram like, yo, tell everybody tag Timmy Jernigan, tell him I'm block me, right? My little cousins, I guess they said something that upset him. They see pictures of me on there.
He's a bitch.
Say it again.
I know his birthday, bro. What's his birthday?
Timmy Jernigan. So he blocked my two little cousins.
What's his last name? Timmy what?
Jernigan. Right there.
Damn.
No, because what's his name? Matt
So
Hollins
he still got you blocked to this day, bro?
Yeah, so I went to Eagles training camp because I was like, yo, I'm going to go on the field. I'm going to say what's up to him, chop it up. Maybe we can do a funny parody. A funny skit or something like that. So I go down to the field at the link. They finish practice. He's coming over to my section. He's about to take pictures and sign stuff for fans. And I'm like, Timmy, what's up, boy? As soon as he sees me, he looks at me, turns around, doesn't take pictures with nobody, and walks into the locker room, didn't come back out after that.
Damn, so you hurt him.
You know what's crazy? He's a Libra.
Yo, you hurt him.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't trying
to.
But Libras and Aries,
He's trying.
he probably really hurt. Like, he probably really took a little
hurt
something.
like
It's not even that he hurt him.
Damn.
You intimidated the shit out of that man.
Oh,
That's what that was.
I'm on his
he
side.
Felt so intimidated.
And his teammates probably heard it the day before. Shout out to my dog Quincy Harris and everybody for the morning show.
Right.
We talked about it on radio too. So him and his teammates probably heard it. So he's like, all right, now you're putting me on blast on Instagram, on radio, on this and on that.
You lucky he didn't snap on you. That's why he didn't come out. Because a Libra will just snap.
He's from Florida too.
A Libra will just snap. They'll just break your hat.
A Libra would snap, but a Libra would snap if they're intimidated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro.
But I wasn't doing it to troll.
If they scared.
I mean, you said he was nice on the field, though.
Because he didn't know how much pool he had until, he probably saw everything. That's why he turned his ass the fuck around.
He was one of my favorite players on the defense. Like, I wasn't doing it to be a hater or nothing. Like, that is my duty, and that is all three of yours duty as well. If somebody comes up here and starts talking about some BS, call them on their BS.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Nova from Cabrini. I seen that he had some rapper come up and spit some BS on Cavalier Radio, and he called him out as BS.
Yeah.
But somebody spit. Yo, if Playboi Carti drops an album right now and it's bad, and I come on this episode and watch the episode, and you guys say it's good,
You're not coming on our episode talking about
This the biggest Playboi Carti fan right
Listen,
here.
you're not coming out our episode talking about Playboi Carti.
I love
Let's start
Carti.
there.
I love Carti.
But continue. I can
But
get your
I'm
point.
saying,
I get your point.
if it's bad and you don't say it's bad, and you know off camera you're like, nah, it wasn't that good,
No.
I'm gonna be mad at you guys.
I don't see that happening. But I mean, hypothetically speaking,
This is hip hop. This is hip hop. I need you to hold it loud and proud.
No, I'm messing
Hold
with
it
you.
with
No,
me.
for real. No, I
Hold it
really
with
would. You know why? Because if I'm disappointed,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, damn, yo, I thought you and I had a connection, and we. So, but I know he's not gonna disappoint. That's why. Hypothetically, it's a hypothetical.
It's not Travis, but it's okay.
No,
It's definitely not
Travis said
Travis.
yet to disappoint.
Who?
Travis said yet to disappoint. What you just said, Travis?
I said
he has. Yes,
Travis
you said
is
it's
never
not
going
Travis.
to disappoint us.
Travis is.
You know,
in
I was
that
actually.
lane. He's the trap goat.
Wait,
Yeah, of
wait.
course.
Cardi wants to be like Travis.
Whoa,
You said Playboi Carti want to be like Travis.
Whoa.
He would wish
Hold on.
and dream in
Everyone-
his
Everyone, hold on. Listen.
Wait. Let him
No.
elaborate. Let him elaborate.
No, you
Travis
elaborate.
makes movies.
Elaborate.
Travis makes movies. Playboi Carti makes short films.
Okay, excuse me. You said what you had to say. This is a great transition for 2019 music. This is a great, absolute, amazing.
What-
This is a
Hold
great
on,
transition.
hold on.
R.I.P. to MC. What Cardi?
Is
Wait,
that me?
hold on, pause it.
Is
No,
that
we
me?
good. We good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm saying, I don't know if it's on there, but we were talking about 2019 music. This is a great transition for it.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like
transition.
Playboi Carti first of all, Playboi Carti is freaking Beethoven. You can't freaking compare.
Hold up,
Travis
hold
co-host?
up, yo, come on, yo, we a unit. Come on,
This
don't do
your
this.
co-host?
Don't do this.
Oh,
Playboi Carti is Beethoven.
now you know
Beethoven.
Oh,
No. It's about to talk. I ain't gonna go off. Let me explain. Before, okay, we look at.
You call Playboi Carti Beethoven.
Yes,
yo.
she did.
Damn.
I'm gonna
Yes,
tell you
He
why.
can't even produce, let
No one-
alone like.
Okay, you know.
I like
Obviously,
Cardi.
I'm here alone here.
I like Cardi.
No,
I'm with you. But don't spice it. Don't hype him
I would
up.
never spice it.
No,
He's
you're
a
hyping him
Beethoven.
up.
I'm gonna tell you why he's Beethoven.
Oh,
Nobody does ad libs like Playboi Carti. First
Uzi.
of all, Uzi is
Travis
cool.
Scott.
Travis.
Shaq
Rob-
No, he
West.
does not.
Rob
Rob
West.
Banks.
No, he does not.
Rob Banks.
Okay, first of all,
No.
hold on.
You said
hold on.
ad libs. And
Who
hold
got-
up, I'm gonna be honest with you. When
I'm
you
gonna
when
bring
you
facts
basing
up.
your
No.
favorite rapper off of ad libs, that's a little suspect.
First of all,
I'm gonna be honest
no.
with you.
First of all, it's not suspect. Okay, first of all.
That's like being at the
All
bar
I
and
hear-
asking
what
for
we're
a
talking
drink
about-
at the bottom
We're
barrel
talking
of
about
the bar.
Exactly.
rappers,
Exactly.
though.
Excuse me.
You
All
have
I, excuse, hold on. Thank you for trying to assist. Hold on. I'm gonna make it very quick and brief.
Travis Scott got the best
We're
ad
talking
libs
about
right now.
we're talking about trap music right now.
We're
And
talking
what
about like
Playboi-
mumble music.
What Playboi Carti did for trap music is what he brought a sophistication. He brought.
Yo, do he follow you back on Instagram? He better.
He brought a sophistication to mumble rap.
Yo.
Before, okay, it was
Sophistication
Uzi.
to
No,
mumble
no.
rap. Oh my
Bring
God, yo.
facts. It was
You
Chief
killing
Keef.
me.
Chief Keef really kind of made like a little mumble
So
rap
Chief
type of
Keef.
vibe, right? Then, because only because you brought up Uzi. Like, Uzi made like a rock star. He was a little too rock
You
star
made
for
a
me.
rock star.
Uzi is a rock star.
I'm not talking about Playboi Carti. I'm not talking about Playboi Carti Mongolia, post Mongolia. I'm talking about before Mongolia. Before that, because that's the hit that everybody knows. Before he was cooking in the kitchen. I'm talking about like he's the only. Hold on. He's the only individual artist that has features with every rapper before Mongolia. Before he got on, he has features with
Rich
Migos.
the Kid.
He has features. Huh?
You said
Rich the Kid? Rich
That's
the Kid?
networker in the
We
game.
gotta send this to
No.
Playboi Carti.
Rich the Kid has
We'll
what?
send this
What does he
segment
have?
right here.
He has Famous Dexter. He has a whole squad of people. Playboi Carti is one person. He does not have a team. So no,
Yeah.
that's why I said he's the
That's
Beethoven.
true. That's
why I said
true.
he's the Beethoven because
That's
every
how you get her.
other
That's how you get her.
he's
Hold on.
the Beethoven
Oh,
because wait,
No,
hold
he's
on.
not. He's signed
Wait.
an ASAP mob.
He signed. Well, he
No,
signed
he's
to
not.
Ian Connor.
He's
signed to
associated.
Ian Connor.
Co-sign.
What you say?
Signed to Ian
Co-sign.
Connor.
He's associated.
You just
Oh,
said
no.
he's
One.
by himself.
You
He's
can't be
not
by
He is
yourself.
by himself.
No. If you got a cosign, you're not by
Stop.
yourself.
No, stop.
If you
Everyone-
buy
everyone
that's the whole
stop.
point of a
Everyone-
cosign.
Everyone, stop. I'm talking. What's the first thing I said?
Y'all should have never
Post-
got us started. This
You
is
said
Playboi
post
Carti.
Magnolia.
Post Mongolia, post he got on before he really got on, before he was even associated with the mob. he was very sophisticated. He had a whole bunch of tapes and songs that he was being featured with A1 artists before he even was with them.
He made it to Solange album, so yeah, I agree.
Okay,
Bro,
but
and
all
he
of
was,
this,
and,
bro,
and he was
hold on.
only signed underneath
Bro,
Ian Hunter.
all
That's
of
the
this
only
is
person he was
all
signed underneath.
guys. All
So
of
that's
this,
your favorite rapper?
guys.
That is.
Wait,
Honestly,
hold on. Stop.
better.
Because y'all only are talking about after Mongolia. Like the reason why Playboy Cardi, in my opinion, is a Beethoven is because he was before his time with the ad libs and with the layers.
Gassing him up.
I'm not
You got
gassing
Spotify
him.
or Apple Music?
Huh?
You got Spotify or Apple Music?
I have, first of all, I have
the
SoundCloud.
You got Spotify?
I have Spotify, but I have
Okay. I'm gonna send you a
SoundCloud. Like,
playlist of Future songs. I don't know if she knows Future. I'm gonna put you on Future.
what? I used to be on Future in Florida.
Doesn't sound like it.
Florida.
All right,
Doesn't
so
sound
since we're
like
talking
it.
about music,
She's
since
talking about-
we're talking about music,
Continue.
album of the year.
Okay,
We're going down the list. We're going down the list, and then I'm gonna album of the no, just pick one. Album of the year. No, you gotta pick one.
Are you kidding me?
Pick one. Album of the album.
Rima is this African artist. All right, fine.
How's the album of the year when you had to explain to me who it was?
Yeah.
Because you're not African, so you don't. Any other Africans?
We doing this again?
Yo,
Are we doing this again?
He's African. You're Jamaican.
Yo,
like,
wait, hold on. Let me explain something, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna be real, like, cutthroat to the point, right?
He is African.
I got it.
We literally just went through this
Yo.
whole thing. No, honestly, this proves my fact, right? I say that all Pisces are racist, right? I say this all the time.
That was some
Racist,
She
right?
saw the pigment in your
You
skin, bro.
know, my
Listen.
family, like my parents are
Every
from
Pisces
Africa,
out
right?
Oh,
But
I
I'm
know that.
saying,
Your
no, I'm
ancestors
saying.
are from Africa. My parents are from Africa.
No. I'm saying, I still,
No,
I still
but
stand
I'm
what
more
I
African
say.
than you are.
No, I still
You
stand
know
what,
that, right?
No. I still stand what I say because at the end of the day, you don't. From my opinion, you don't listen to African music. So, but that line.
What did I say when I first came
No,
down
that
here?
line.
What I said
No,
when I
he's-
first came down here?
he-
I said
he-
you know about
he-
Burna Boy.
this-
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
you
no.
talking about Murder? So how you know Murder but don't know Rima?
I just don't.
All right,
No,
y'all getting off topic. Y'all getting off topic. Album of the year. Pick
I'm
one.
with you.
I'm
Pick one.
No, you know what? I'm wrong for that though. I was wrong for that though.
It was a little stereotypical. All right, cool.
It was very
Album of the year.
That was racist.
Weird.
I give him Rima.
Rima
bro.
never heard of him or her.
Fine Gunner.
It's
That was
not.
better
You're
than.
not black.
Hold the fuck
You're
up.
not
Hold on.
black.
Stop everything.
You don't know who Rima is?
No, I'm
No.
gonna be honest. If you weren't here, I would have said the same thing to him.
That he's not black.
I'd have been like, you're
You
not
said
African.
it's
You
a
understand?
hold on, wait.
I'm
You said it's an
honest.
African artist, right?
He is-
Right.
he's
I live in
Nigerian
Pennsylvania.
But that's your opinion. That's your
Wait,
opinion.
No, I'll be honest.
I'm in
If
Pennsylvania.
it wasn't
He
you,
lives
I
down
wouldn't
here.
say things like that.
She would
I'm
have.
in
I got-
Pennsylvania.
Because she's
Album of the year is
Find
Rima.
Gunner. Find Gunner. You can put Gunner.
No, Rima.
No, you said
No,
Rima.
Rima was better than Gunna.
Yeah.
So no.
No, he wasn't. Gunner album was definitely
All right.
album of
Mike-
the
We're
year.
going down the list. We're gonna go down the list. We're gonna get down the list. You last. 'Cause
Shout out
we're
to my
here.
No.
boy Rima Doy.
We gonna
Make
go
me
last.
third. You go first because I'm still thinking.
No, she was first. She said.
So Rima, do maybe, him. Okay,
Yo.
look at his shit.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Rima
Album of
is
the year
really
for
good.
me.
Wow, what's the album of the year?
I'm gonna say I gotta
He's
pick
gonna
one.
say Revenge of the Dreamers.
Don't say
No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm
No,
an
it's
R&B.
fire.
I'm an R&B
I'm
boy.
trying to
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
I'm an R&B
yeah.
boy.
No, say how you said off air.
I'm an R&B nigga.
Alright,
I'm an R&B nigga.
Oh, you know
R&B
what's
nigga.
my album of the year?
So I'm gonna say Sir.
Oh,
album of the year.
wow, you
Sir.
suck.
No.
You
You that's what you gonna say?
suck.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Mac Aries. He a little white boy from college.
No, you
Mac
take
Aries.
it. Whatever.
Mac Aries.
I don't take
Yo.
you.
Alright, so what's yours?
Mac Aries. No, she next.
I don't
She
take
just
you
said it.
leftovers.
It's Sir.
It was
Hers is Sir?
Mine was Sir.
Sir.
I didn't hear his album, so I
You
don't
tripping,
know.
yo.
Mine
Alright,
was
so
Sir.
No
you
one,
last. What's
no
yours?
one dropped
You about to say
a
some
better
bullshit.
album.
He about to say
Listen,
some bullshit.
listen.
If you
This
say
one right here.
if
the
you
complexity-
say-
hold on.
No, honestly, if you
Hold on.
say
Because
something
I am
that
gonna
won't
say
if you
be
say
right,
Lil
I'll
Nas
be
X, we about
surprised.
to
Go ahead.
beef.
Go ahead. Let him be
So
great. Let him be great.
complex. The creativity, even the features, the way he used features on his
It
album.
better be that great.
The way he used features on his album was so unconventional.
Alright, so who
The
is it?
way he used
Oh my
samples
gosh,
on
spit
his
it out.
album was
You about to say Tory
amazing.
Lanez,
Chicks
yeah.
State 5.
Oh, Tory
Chicks State 5.
Chicks
Don't
State
you
Tory
ever in your life put Playboy Cardi. Come on, play. What wave did Tory Lanez start? What wave?
You know what's funny? This is
What?
how I get it. This is how I get it, right?
What wave? What
Wait,
wave did he start?
wait.
What?
You know what's funny?
What?
He probably wrote for Cardi.
Ooh.
Ah! He probably
Playboy-
wrote for
That
Cardi.
means that you prove my point. Playboy Cardi has been in the game for years, producing and
No,
Producing?
honestly,
What?
honestly, no. Honestly,
Producing
bro,
where?
I'm going to shut you
Yo,
down
producing?
right there. I'm going to
That
shut
was a
you
good
down.
joke.
Tory Lanez has definitely been in the game since I was in 9th
Tory
grade,
Lanez is a
bro.
GOAT. No, Tory Lanez is a GOAT. No, he's GOAT.
Years old.
But no.
So
Tory
Chick
was
K5.
making music.
What was the question?
Album of the year. Album of the year for you.
Yeah.
His album of the year.
All right. So why? Why is that your album of the year?
Like I
Clearly,
said,
trying to bring us back to
I
the
told
basic
you.
points.
Why is
The
that your album of the year?
complexity, how in depth and how creative he got with the features. The features, it wasn't.
I give you that.
It wasn't verse hook with a legend on there, and then a verse from the. He wasn't doing that. He was getting so.
A part of the project.
He was getting so creative with
that's
it.
true.
He put a Shotzi on the cover.
That's
He
true.
did.
But
With a
yo,
fucking
I changed
sidekick.
I changed
Bro,
with a
mine.
sidekick.
I changed mine.
Yo, the remix,
changed
like it's
mine.
not even a remix song.
I want to
All right.
change
So mine is Sir. She changed it hers. No, fuck it. My shit is fucking Ari Lennox. That's my
Oh,
album
you
of the
know
year.
what? Stop reading my mind.
Oh shit.
Who are y'all?
Yo.
Who are y'all two?
Yo. That's so. She should have won at a Soul Award. They did her dirty. They gave that shit the fucking. What's the fat Jewel name?
I don't take
Lizzo.
nobody
They gave it to
love
Lizzo.
this. I don't got
Yo.
one. No, because
Ari Lennox shit is hard. I'm an R&B nigga, bro. Listen.
Every time I'm
R&B shit the wave, yo.
I'm so
Ari Lennox shit hard.
I really.
I'm waiting for the weekend to drop before the year over, but
dropped this in the beginning of the year. What dropped in the beginning of the year?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
honestly,
right
nothing.
now.
It was all bullshit
No,
this
but
year.
Gunna's album is a really good album.
Album of the year?
Album of the
He
year,
was
though.
album of the year, but
You gotta make your
Why
mind up.
would Gunna album? No, my mind is very made up. It's Rima, but y'all don't know who Rima is, so I'm trying to have a plan B. Who, Rima? Oh, you been in?
He's
like
African. Yo, that shit.
Tiwa Savage album was really good this year.
You said who?
Burna Boy
album was
amazing.
great.
21 dropped the album this year?
No, not 20. What 21 dropped?
That was this year?
Drop an album this year.
That was early this year then.
Yeah,
damn, that was so long ago.
So forgetful too.
Damn.
I know I'm forgetting.
We're forgetting people. We're forgetting people, man. That's
You know
what
what?
Meek Mill Jones dropped this year too, right?
Yeah,
that was
that was
really
a
good.
good one.
That was
That was
really
a good
good.
one.
Meek album was really good this year too.
It was.
Wait, you know
Not
what?
album of the year though, but listen, Ari Lennox album of the year.
Wow, I'm so mad.
I want to give her album of the year.
For me, yo, listen.
Do
New apartment.
New
That's
apartment.
my shit,
Bro, I
yo.
literally
Yo,
was literally,
listen,
yo,
yo.
Amir, get out of my
Yo,
head.
I don't know,
listen.
but album of the year, it's a
Cuz, yo.
classic, but I don't know.
That's my
Yeah,
shit.
the Babies was hot.
The baby shit was
fire.
not.
Dog, baby.
No.
Not
He
album
had
of the
song
year,
of the
but
year.
he had-
He had song of the year with Suge.
Yeah, hit something.
But not album of the year.
Because his album had better hits to me than Suge. His
Yeah,
album
Bop
was a
was
nice
bigger.
joint.
Bop wasn't
You know
bigger
what's
than Suge
crazy?
for me.
Wait,
I'm forgetting
what
somebody. Did
which
Cardi B
version of Bop
album
is
come
better?
out this year too?
It's I only know one version.
That was
My
last year.
version
Nicki
or
come out? No, that was
Your
last year.
version was better, bro.
Nicki
Come on.
Minaj came out
Come on.
last year.
I got you.
Chris
Chris
Brown's
Brown.
album
Man.
is really good.
Honorable mention.
Just reading
The
this
hard
shit
one-
gave
the
me
hard with the
anxiety, so I
moves.
didn't even listen to that shit.
No, honorable mention,
No,
Chris Brown.
his album was not bad.
My man had that's 3
Oh,
hours.
You know what? You guys? You got no. Scratch everything I said, and I know
Yeah.
y'all probably don't know this, but I only know this because of the title. Gangstar dropped an album this year.
I don't listen to Gangstar, but
I know,
I don't listen.
but
I heard a
yo,
couple songs
You
on
guys,
the
for all the
Gangstar
listeners, if y'all get a chance,
No, y'all listen to Jim
listen
Jones,
that
John?
new Gangstar.
Jim Jones
dog.
shit hard.
Oh, for
I don't
real?
even listen. I'm an R&B
put me
nigga,
on,
but
put
this
me
shit
on.
hard.
Nah, but
This
I
shit
don't know
hard.
if you have to
Jones
Gangstar, but
still
like,
didn't marry Chrissy, so
oh, so fuck that nigga. You right.
it is fuck that man.
For Chrissy's
Alright,
sake, you
so,
right. You right.
Album
You
of the
should've married her.
decade.
Real shit.
Album of the
Album of
decade.
the
Pick
decade.
one.
Whoa.
One album since 2010 to
Oh, you know what? You know what?
2010
I
to
want to go
2020.
first.
Yeah, go first.
I wanna
Let's
go
go
You
first.
want me to go
I
first?
want to go first. I want to
You
go
go
first.
first. Go ahead. Go first. 2010 to 2020. Album of the decade.
Good Kid, Mad City.
That's why I fucks with you, yo.
You're
yo,
in
that's
my
why-
head
that's
today.
Not, that's not mine, but that was second.
That was
second.
good, right? Second.
That was second.
Good Kid,
Because I'm an
Mad
R&B
City.
nigga.
That's
But
it.
that was second.
That's
Like
it. That's it.
That's
I can't
yo.
even lie.
I really
Good Kid,
like
Mad
That's
City.
yo.
That's a good one.
Art of Peer Pressure, my favorite song on there.
Bro.
And then Good Kid, and then Mad City,
Bro.
and then Money Trees.
Bro.
And that's
Bro, I'm
Yup,
such a
yo.
Kendrick Lamar
The
fan.
decade. Wait, so y'all like
My
that?
2010 to 2020.
I got
Y'all
three
like that?
albums in
Wait,
my
hold
house.
on. Y'all like that more than Section 8?
That's not.
Bro,
is that
that's not
2010?
an album,
That's
that was a
2008.
mixtape.
Yeah, that's not the
Section
decade.
eight was
That's
the
yeah,
mixtape.
that's
It-
not.
it is, no,
Oh, you know that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Bugging,
Honestly,
bugging,
bro,
yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
Good Kid,
I'm
Mad
such a
City's my
Kendrick
favorite
Lamar
Kendrick
fan, so when
album.
it
Say
came
that.
to his first
Say
album,
that.
that was the
Say
like
that.
that was a
Say that.
masterpiece.
You know what? You know what?
Bro,
I take
Good
that
Kid,
back.
Mad City
You're
was
right.
a
Well said.
masterpiece.
Kenya.
Well said.
Kenya, go
Took
ahead.
his time.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Did you see me stalling? I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna say
You
House
know.
of Balloons. House of Balloons, The Weeknd.
House of Balloons was
Listen.
amazing.
Listen.
That goes hand
That's
in
my
hand with
go-to.
mine.
You
I
are
don't know.
right.
So you can't
House of
count
Balloons
trilogy. You
was
gotta
the-
say
that's
specific
about to
No,
one.
make
House
me
of Balloons
cry
specifically,
because
because that
House
when I
of
listen,
Wow, that's deep. That's
me
deep.
and X, we done fucked a lot of bitches at House of Balloons, so that's my guy. That's my
Bro.
listen.
It's
House of
crazy
Balloons
because
is that shit.
I was
You
thinking.
too?
No.
That's dope.
I was,
Even
like girls
before
too.
I met him, though, House of Balloons was always my go-to.
Right, House of
But then
Balloons
that was
was
that's how I knew we
amazing.
brothers for life.
Shout out to the.
I was gonna say I was thinking Frank Ocean in my head, but I was trying to like,
Blonde was fine.
how dare you see? Did I suck my teeth at yeah yours?
Because you can't suck your teeth
No.
at House of Balloons.
Yes, I can.
I know you love Kanye West. When Kanye West says himself, House of Balloons is the best album of the year.
I don't give a fuck what a nigga.
Listen,
at the
but
same-
you
at the same
you
time-
love
at
Kanye
that
West
same
though.
time period.
You love
Hey,
Kanye
yo,
West though.
if you're really a fan like how you say, then you know at that same time period they both it was Frank Ocean and it was
The
The
Weeknd
Weeknd. They
the
were going
best
hand in
R&B
hand.
singer alive
And
right
I
now.
only-
They were amazing.
And I was
I
gonna
love
say-
Frank Ocean music.
Oh, I was so peaceful
I was gonna say
that
Frank-
year.
The only reason I was gonna say Channel Orange was because before
You're right.
Channel Orange was Nostalgia or whatever. That's a great album. But the reason why mixtape. But the reason
So
why
that's you said you picked Frank Ocean?
I'm gonna pick Channel Orange because that collection was a body of work that he chose to came out before that album, so you knew he was buying off of a bisexual man. You knew what it was when you bought it. And so that was iconic because he before his time. He didn't share it on Twitter.
I don't care about none of that
Yeah,
shit.
just make
That's
good
because we
music.
millennials. We don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about that shit.
Well,
Make
I'm
music
saying-
fire.
But I'm saying
So
no.
that
But
matters.
I'm not gonna say his
millennial.
album of the decade because
No,
you're gay.
album
Like,
of the
it's
decade.
good.
So that's
Guys,
the
like, I'm a
album of the
millennial,
decade.
too.
That's what you picking, like compared to all albums that you listen to.
I'm
Album
a-
of the decade.
I'm gonna give him that because from the millennials. I was a real Frank Ocean fan. He was only talking about women. He talked about women in all his songs.
Mhm.
So for him to go from a fan, like for him to go from talking about women to openly say some of those love songs were about men, and I'm only gonna choose that. I'm only gonna choose that for the decade. Fast forward to Lil Nas X. That nigga knew he kissed a nigga before Road Town. What's it?
Old Town Road.
He knew that he was interested in men before that shit came out. Then he said.
Lil Nas a plant, so I don't
But I'm
even
just
like-
saying. I'm just saying.
So.
I agree with that, but
Yeah.
but a different
I
kind of
agree with that. At least we agree.
I'm just saying to compare the decade. In the beginning of the decade, it was so controversial for him to do. What
It was
he
at
did.
the time. At the time, it wasn't more accepting. So,
Right,
yeah.
and as now that nigga Lil Nas X is getting booked off of the fact that he's gay alone, which would
And a
not
country
happen.
artist.
I wouldn't
And,
say alone. It's because he got that hit song with Billy Ray Cyrus.
But that's
That's all.
well gone. Like if
No,
this
listen.
time,
I
he has
guarantee.
a whole career
If somebody
off of
play
him
Old
being-
Town Road right now, you're not telling them to turn that shit
No,
off.
I'm agreeing with that. But I'm saying
honestly,
he has a
on some
whole.
real-
You're
his
not. You
career,
telling him
he
to turn
has-
it off?
He has
What?
he has other songs.
Right.
I would tell him to
The
turn it
joint
off.
with him and Cardi B
because
hard.
I work
It
That
at
shit
a
hard.
bar.
That shit
and
hard.
I play that
It's
a lot,
hard, but I'm
so
saying
I wouldn't
him
mind
coming
telling him to
out-
turn that shit
I'm
off.
saying him coming out for Frank Ocean. When Frank Ocean came out, him coming out almost ruined his career. When Lil Nas came out, it heightened his. He got so much more followers,
You're
so much more
right.
money. That's a
Yeah.
real decade piece. That's a real
Yeah.
decade
I agree.
contract.
Yeah.
All right, what's
Yeah.
your album
Go
of the
ahead,
year?
That's easy. So listen,
You
right?
about to, this was my
About to
number
bring
2
it up.
actually.
The most
I take back
complete-
what I said about Good Kid, Mad City. That's number 3. This
the
number 2.
most complete
Number 2.
of the albums of the decades.
This
You get the balance of the hip hop. You get the
Okay.
bars. You get the
you
nostalgic
get the outro
samples.
all 17
Okay.
minutes of it.
You better not say-
Intro is amazing.
I just
Outro,
wanna know
everything
what
in
he about to say.
between.
Yo,
You get the
dramatics,
bangers. You
what
get
else?
the consciousness.
What
You
else?
get
Talk
the
your shit.
trap.
Mhm.
All
Talk
that.
your shit.
2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Yo, in my head,
Forest Hill Drive
in
was
my
right.
in my head, I
Y'all
said
not
you
gonna
better
clap
not
it up
say
for
J.
that?
Cole. In
Y'all
my
not
head.
gonna clap for that?
Most complete album.
That's the best
Hell
album of the
no.
year.
Yeah.
Of the
Hell
decade. Of the decade.
Of the year. The decade.
For real.
So
I still
complete,
listen
so
to that shit
complete.
faithfully.
Yeah.
You know what? Forest Hill Drive.
Give your
Any-
why.
any-
Give your why, and I want to explain.
Any type of
I'm
hip hop listener, you put that album on,
It was
and
nice.
it caters to every single type
Right.
of hip hop
The
listener.
only reason, I'm gonna strongly give you that why
What's J.
is because
Cole's
since the
song?
beginning, he's Aquarius, my sister.
Yeah,
January,
he is.
the end,
Yeah.
at the
28,
end.
yeah.
The only reason I'm
I
gonna give you this,
related
the
to
only
that.
reason. Every time I saw J. Cole, I said this nigga is never being himself. He always looked like he was trying to be some like cool hard like Jay-Z
No,
got.
honestly,
It wasn't
bro,
until that album that you're talking
That
about
album.
that I
Yeah.
told everyone, I
because
said,
that was the
I said
only.
finally.
You're right. You're right.
Finally,
Yep.
I heard this man's
Yep.
soul because before
Yep.
that I said turn this shit off.
Yep.
I couldn't take it.
'Cause it
And
only-
now, what he
Born
doing now?
Center
He
was
got
fire.
locks now.
Mhm.
It
said
makes
Born
Because
Center?
sense.
it catered to everybody because literally when I heard that album, I was like, I literally felt that way too. I was like, he's finally being like what
he
he really
is.
is.
He seems like a very boring person.
No,
I
bro,
I keep hearing
we
that.
are boring, bro. Chris's are boring,
You're
bro.
not bro,
Yes, we are, bro. We
no, it's just
listen.
him.
You're
We're,
old.
no, we're old.
Nah,
We're
I
old
hear
as
that a
hell.
lot. I'm not gonna lie.
We're boring. I'm trying to tell you guys. We're the type you put us in a party, we're in heighten everything because we like to have fun. But like once we're like done with the fun, it's like okay, it's over. Let me go in my room. Let me
I'm gonna tell you what type of person
do
Cole
a coloring
is,
book or something. Like I need everybody out my face right now. I need everybody to go.
Cole's the type of person to go to a party
right.
and be the person in the back, all drunk, talking and lecturing everyone about how the black man is oppressed and like all this consciousness.
I'm a woke ass nigga, but all that woke shit at a party, that shit.
Here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with that. After he then turned up and got everybody drunk though.
No, literally.
So when everybody's emotional,
I'm still not trying to do that.
I'm trying to tell you right now, this is Aquarius. They will go in, get everybody drunk, turned up. Everybody's twerking ass, everybody's shaking it, doing splits all over the place until somebody starts crying, until everybody
what else can you
like,
twerk besides ass?
Bro, listen.
You
Bitches be twerking titties. Until motherfuckers start crying and getting emotional. Then it's like, okay, everyone, let's get conscious. Let's freaking talk about our mothers and fathers and how the generational
Can I be honest with you?
curses.
I've never been in that type of state of mind and wanted to cry over
bro,
a situation.
Listen, that's Aquarius.
You're either fight out, get money, or fuck it out.
Exactly. Air signs, we're that. We're just like, listen, we're going to think right now, guys. Yeah. We're going to think.
Oh, you know what? Hold on, you guys. Hold on, real quick.
Let's think of everything.
What do y'all think would just like? What do y'all think out of all the 2019 things? What do y'all think would be the most like iconic surprise or like what happened?
Most memorable.
Not necessarily meme related, but just like event that was like, what the fuck? It could
most
be
memorable moment in 2019.
Yeah, like what's the most like fun like I don't know, made us laugh, made us had like the most memes and stuff like that.
Most memorable moment in 2019. I'm gonna say.
I don't eat meat, so a lot of people say it tastes good.
It tastes good.
I have one.
Pause on that, but yeah.
I feel like one of the most memorable moments of this year, not because it was that memorable.
Did you get two?
No, I never said it. We just took the same.
I said Baborion and fucking Fizz.
Oh yeah,
that's not even my favorite. I'm gonna take that back.
That was her talking. No, that was her talking. That wasn't me talking.
Euro? She hit her with the Euro?
You the Euro?
You bet it?
She hit the...
Oh, listen, that's
go ahead.
I'm finessing. Alright, I feel like what was iconic was not in a happy way. But I'm gonna just say it's iconic for the futuristic, for like the bigger picture.
That's how you feel.
Is the Me Too movement, and I'm only gonna say that not because
was like a couple years ago though.
No, but it started. No, but I'm saying
crazy this year.
No. Let me specify. They started pulling people's cards of the R. Kellys, the people, the Bob the Builder. I know you see me. I know the Bill Cosby. It started becoming more closer to home. Is what I'm saying.
And Cardi B too. Mention the females.
You mentioned the females, drugging niggas and stealing their bread.
So what I'm gonna say is not
Me Too. Accountability. Women don't got no accountability.
I'm so happy I brought that up.
Bro, that's what I was trying to tell you, bro. You don't think bitches be scheming? I'm trying to have accountability for these bitches. Don't be lying. Listen, men, don't be fooled by these bitches, man. I be trying to tell y'all.
Turn us on game. I'm listening.
Sierra Ben was fucking Russell Wilson. I'm just letting everybody know.
I don't know. You can't.
Why? What in the future was cheating on her?
That
at least dating or talking.
Wilson
that man was cheating on her with Black China.
Listen. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Russell Wilson
is a God-fearing man. My man goes to church every
Bro,
Sunday.
And
he prays
I'm trying to tell you, right? You will be pissed off.
Y'all so quick to counterattack. Y'all not listening.
It will make you have a. It will make you make a mixtape.
Y'all so quick to counterattack.
Let your bitch leave you for a nigga like Russell Wilson right now, and you don't make a mixtape.
You're gonna drop a mixtape.
You're gonna drop 3 like Russell, like freaking Future, bro. Exactly, bro. You're gonna be dead mad to the point you want.
Alright, what's your
I need to rap
favorite
about
moment of the year?
this shit. You know,
my favorite moment of the year is everyone else's favorite moment of the year, but you guys just forget it.
You about to say? No, listen.
It's everyone's favorite moment, but you forgot.
Wait,
I definitely
I get to finish.
You forgot too.
I get to finish.
He about to say
bullshit. 6ix9ine versus the rap game.
You are
on Instagram.
No,
6ix9ine versus Trippie Redd. 6ix9ine versus the game.
But
you know all that trolling online was.
But but you're right.
I forgot all about that.
No, but I didn't forget though.
Everyone.
I didn't forget.
How entertaining was that?
No.
6ix9ine was Instagram was popping when 6ix9ine was on there.
I miss him.
Damn.
Man, he about to come back though.
I do miss 6ix9ine.
He's not doing that fucking with his
He
protection.
missed on social media because social media was dry as hell without him.
It's
So
still
y'all
bro.
miss the snitch? That's what you're saying?
It's still bro. Listen, fuck if that man
Niggas
was
a
a
snitch.
snitch.
Whoa.
I'm
I'm tired of this. Do you know how many snitches that you listen to right now? You don't know they're snitches?
Bro, these rappers be
T.I.
snitching, bro.
How the hell?
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, it's
You like
right.
T.I.?
That's a good one.
Bro,
Talking about Whack 100.
Whack 100.
So, like, all right. Next topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, is Nipsey a legend?
Impact
Yes or no? Is
Nipsey
Nipsey a legend? Yes or no?
He's a legend.
Is Nipsey a legend? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Why you even starting
I
with
mean,
me?
you know what?
Because we're going, listen.
I feel like he's
All right,
I feel
Nipsey
like he's a
yes or
legend.
no?
I feel like he's a legend, but he's not a legend by the definition of Whack 100. I see Whack 100's point. I feel like he a hood celebrity or he a hood legend.
Yeah.
And Nipsey is a legend because of how he died. He a legend now, post-death. But Whack 100 made a great point. But we could pass
He's
the...
not
go
a
ahead.
hip hop legend.
So,
There we go.
Is Nipsey a legend?
There we go.
I feel like Nipsey is
There we go.
legendary.
He's
in
legendary,
a way.
but he's not a
So,
hip-hop
Triple
legend.
X a
Well
legend?
said.
Nipsey Hussle legend?
Young legend.
Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah,
A hip-hop legend?
I think he's a
You know what's
business legend.
crazy? Honestly, on some real shit.
What you say?
So there's something called Superphone. I believe it's called Superphone. And every single artist is now using it. It's a way to interact with their fans by saying, "Yo,
Yeah,
here's
I saw
my
that.
number."
I saw that.
The two moguls that are behind it is Ryan Leslie and Nip. So in a business aspect, I think Nip is a
Wait,
a
you
business
tell me
legend.
Nips
He's
helped
behind
created
that.
that?
So when my brother was
Whoa,
managing an artist at the time,
Wow.
shout out to Drake Carter. They sat down with Nipsey and Ryan Leslie to talk about the whole concept and how they can utilize it and all that. So yeah, no, in a business aspect, Nip is a business legend.
But he brought up music. That's why I
He
said
brought up
hip-hop.
something, but a lot of people are not bringing this up.
What?
In hip hop, this is huge.
What do you mean?
Their fans think that they're getting their favorite rapper's number.
No. You're right, but we're talking like that's. Why
I know, but that's the aspect I'm saying.
No,
is
that
legend.
makes him legendary,
Whack 100.
but he's
Whack 100 is talking about musically specifically.
So musically,
He's
that's what
not
I'm
a
saying.
music legend.
Keep it
He's
a bean.
definitely not.
A lot of people didn't know about Nipsey's music until after he died. That's what Whack 100 is focusing on. That's you a music.
But I'm not like a big.
You a
big
connoisseur
Nipsey
when it
fan.
comes to this
Yeah,
music
none
shit,
of us
though.
were, although
You
we
feel me?
heard about
Yeah,
it.
I respect it.
But the average listener, they not checking for Nipsey Hussle and shit until after he died. Because I wasn't listening to Nipsey shit until after he died.
He was always, to me, he was always good at features.
Featured,
I was never a
Definitely
big
was great at features.
fan of his stuff,
Yeah.
but Victory Lap was a really good project.
It was.
But
Victor
before
Black was
Biggie,
a good-
I forgot because I used to. I wasn't listening to, like I said, I wasn't listening to him, but I do know of his album. I got his album. I got one of his first albums on my iTunes on that joint, and what I could say lyrically, and if you want to talk about his artistry, he was always well written. He was always talented, and that's why I said his following. He didn't have a good following because he was a good, genuine artist. But when it comes to numbers and records and being like, not to hype Playboi Carti or anything, but I'm saying briefly what I like about Playboi Carti is when I heard Playboi Carti, it was the first time I ever heard a sound like that. I literally never heard a sound like that ever before. So when it comes to like Nipsey, when it comes to like certain artists hip hop in a hip hop way, if you're not gonna make a sound that's never been heard before, then at least have the numbers or the records to break it. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, and that's again why I feel like he's not a good. What time is it?
7:40.
7:40.
Oh shit! We never even played a game.
We about to wrap this joint up.
All right, what do you think? What do y'all think? Hip hop legend.
I mean, that's
musically, what Whack 100 was saying makes sense. Like musically, some people wouldn't consider him a legend.
Yeah.
I would consider him a legend just based off what he did for the community and for black people, and like his message to the world was all about like investing and just manifesting like what you want to happen in your life and the people around you. So I would consider him a legend in that way. But like I said, like myself and many others, we really wasn't listening to Nipsey before his name became like blown up off of this Victory Lap album.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I forgot to. I'm sorry. Y'all about to say something?
Oh no, I wanted to add another like extra topic. Let's talk about T.I. and him checking his daughter's hymen.
I heard that one.
I feel like Battle of the Sexes is perfect for this. So how do you guys feel about that? Like, do you feel as though it is okay for a father whether if she's comfortable or not to do something like that, or if it's like
He didn't really do that.
You don't
That's
think
not
so?
true.
I don't think he was like.
How weird is that? That's like on some
Yeah.
obsession. I don't know.
But
That's
he-
And
weird.
like, and I'm
That's weird.
even
In his interview, he definitely states that like and he has an interview with the Red Table Talk, and he definitely like states that like this is something like he does. or
he said he
whatever.
was joking.
But that's what I'm saying. He said that after like.
All right, so we're gonna take his word for word, just like we took his word for what he said when he was checking her hymen. We're gonna take his word for when he said he was just joking. So in my eyes, he's just joking.
You think so?
Yes,
But
I think he was. He was joking.
You can't joke about your daughter's
You can't. I
vagina.
agree, because it's sensitive times that we live in. That's a topic where, with women's rights and equality and all that shit, like it's deemed as like sexist and like controlling and all that shit. But I think he was joking. I don't think he's checking his 18-year-old daughter's vagina.
That's weird.
But he
weird as
says
shit.
he leaves a note in her room to let her know, like, we have the appointment tomorrow. This is what he said in the interview.
And that's what you can do. Like, if y'all going to your gynecologist appointment together, that's fine. I'm not going to check my daughter's hymen. I think that's weird as shit.
That's super
And if my daughter is having sex, that's her life. Sex is a part of human nature. You feel me? Everybody have sex, but as long as you're not on no Amber Cole shit, like you're not sucking dick on the side of the school, I'm content with that.
Wow, you brought up Amber Cole, classic.
I forgot all about that shit. That was a classic.
Moment of the decade.
Yo,
Fuck it,
But that's
yeah.
the thing. Do you know how many girls done
Amber
that
Cole.
in high school?
Yeah,
though?
but like at the end, that comes to parenting. So if you that controlling like that, that's gonna promote
You
your
will
child
probably
to
get
be
Amber
like on
Cole.
some thought shit
Yeah,
and be the Amber
you're
Cole and be
right.
having sex and be
You're
real promiscuous and do all
right.
this other shit.
Can I add one more thing?
Go ahead.
I forgot for the moment of the decade and everything. I forgot to mention this one. This is another a Philly classic that people don't know that he's from the area. Patch is from my area. Patch is from Royersford and all that. Shout out to Patch.
Patches, the young boy, Patches.
He's like, you want some ish?
You want some shit, Patch?
Oh, you want some shit, Patch? The boy with the little joint in his head. Remember when he was like, "I'll fuck you up" or something like that? Remember the video?
You don't remember the young boy Patches?
The boy with the patches.
So a
in
lot
his
of
hair.
people,
She said no.
A lot of people, never knew that he's from Philly. B, don't understand that not only is he from Philly, he's from my area. This is a video of him in my area and somebody stealing his bike.
Are you serious?
Oh shit!
No, Pat.
Yo, tell me that's not cheddar, bro.
Yeah, shout out to my brother. He didn't really steal his bike. He was just messing with him. This is Patch right here. Here he's like, Chad, stop playing with me.
He had these patches in his head.
So I'm gonna next time I come, I'm bringing Patch. I'm bringing Patch.
Yes, bring Patch. We have to interview Patch.
I gotta do my research because
you really don't know who Patches is?
No, I don't.
Damn.
All right, real quick to bring it back though. But when it comes to like the hymen and everything, I feel like real quick. My favorite moment wasn't the Me Too moment. No, it's not about that because it was talking about a black woman. It's the fact that we're being educated as women to even talk about this thing. Like, to me, that is the highlight of the day. Like, the fact that, like, us as women are, the fact that we're even talking about this and we're being represented, and men, you two,
What you
but,
brought
like,
up
you're
with
literally
Cardi B.
in detail. Like, that is an evolution that literally we were not seeing 10 years ago. And I feel like the fact that we're even to the part, we were always whispering about it. We always knew about it. Mm-hmm. But the fact alone that R. Kelly, I don't want to use R. Kelly or Bill Cosby.
R. Kelly, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, but
Cardi B.
But okay, fine. People like Cardi B, but Cardi B's not in jail. The fact that alone that like these head honchos or these important people that we thought were untouchable are being put to jail, or even just being like held accountable, is something that I would say is dope. And I'm only bringing it hand in hand with the T.I. situation is because we should not. The fact alone that we're even talking about it and defending T.I.'s daughter would have never happened with Good Times. Would have never happened with our parent generation. You know how many out-of-pocket shit, you know what I'm saying, was said? And, like, the whole, us as women, we were there for her. At the end of the day, his daughter felt support from us as a women community, which I admire and I love. So I would say when it comes to that topic.
Men and women, too.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to that topic, the issue I have with T.I. is that he does not have the same energy with his sons. And I think that's why I'm proud
it's like 11, 12-year-old son and the ugly one, too. King, ugly ass, freaking having sex with girls and shit like that.
I don't even know what that nigga thinks.
During that whole T.I., you're talking about T.I. song?
Yeah, King.
So, you know he raps?
Yeah,
he was on tour with Rob Banks when he came to Philly.
Oh,
I'm like, why is T.I.'s son here?
He
And
nice
Dion, no, he's not that good. But Dion, shout out to DNA, he was doing word on the street, and he came up to T.I.'s son like, yo, can I ask you some questions about Kodak? Because that was during that time that T.I. and Kodak were going back and forth.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, can I ask you some questions about Kodak? He's like, no Kodak questions, man. I can't answer that. My dad and him. It was funny. It was funny.
All right, we're about to wrap this one up. So you want to just tell us about like what you got going on and what's next in the world?
Part two of the Antonio Brown to Philly campaign song is coming out today. If this drops Monday, it's dropping today. You know, a whole bunch of more content. We're pulling people's cards, man. We're gonna keep applying that pressure. Have fun. Social media at WeSo Tomi. For those who can't spell WeSo, WESO. And if you can't spell Tomi, I can't help you with that.
All right.
God is good.
All right. Lord, you want to go ahead, the outro.
Oh, the outro. Okay, so we are opinionated black folks, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys with. A little word of wisdom.
Got to.
Today and towards the end of the year, we are ending it. We're ending this. You know what? Scratch that. We're ending this year, 2019, and we're entering 2020. There just might be so many complicating things that are happening to each and every single one of us individually, but we will make it. Fuck that New Year's resolution. You are going to do everything new once that 2020 hit the door. Don't ever overthink nothing. And one thing for sure, if you don't know what to do with your life right now, I don't know what to tell you. We are opinionated black folks.
And like the great Sim Santana says,
invest in yourself.
and like the great Sim Santana
Be
says,
genuine and be who you are.
Oh, that left me not inspirational. Go ahead. Give us a little something. Give us a little something.
Okay,
So
okay,
go ahead.
okay.
and like the great Sim Santana says, I put my foot on the gas, take off.
There you go.
All right, there we go. This
Wait, hold
OBF. We out.
OBF.
We are out.
Wait, hold on.
That was not inspirational at all.
Hold on.
That was motivating.